I do not know myself, and God forbid that I should. Self-knowledge comes from knowing other men. All intelligent thoughts have already been thought, what is necessary is only to try to think them again. Men show their character in nothing more clearly than what they think laughable. Where there is much light, the shadow is deep. The deed is everything, the glory is naught. The greatest difficulties lie where we do not look for them. Nothing is worth more than this day. To know someone here or there with whom you can feel there is understanding in spite of distances or thoughts unexpressed, that can make of this earth a garden. Love and desire are the spirit's wings to great deeds. If you must tell me your opinions, tell me what you believe in. I have plenty of doubts of my own. We lay aside letters never to read them again, and at last we destroy them out of discretion. A correct answer is like an affectionate kiss. To witness two lovers is a spectacle for the gods. One never goes so far as when one doesn't know where one is going. Every spoken word arouses our self-will. He only earns his freedom and his life who takes them every day by storm. We are accustomed to see men deride what they do not understand. Science arose from poetry. When times change, the two can meet again on a higher level as friends. Talent develops in quiet places, character in the full current of human life. Love can do much, but duty more. The right man is the one who seizes the moment. The best slave is the one who thinks he is free. Deeply earnest and thoughtful people stand on shaky footing with the public. To live in a great idea means to treat the impossible as though it were possible. A person hears only what they understand. Divide and rule, a sound motto. Unite and lead, a better one. Nature knows no pause in progress and development, and attaches her curse on all inaction. Nothing is more terrible than to see ignorance in action. The decline of literature indicates the decline of a nation. We usually lose today because there has been a yesterday, and tomorrow is coming. Everything that liberates our spirit without giving us control of ourselves is ruinous. A creation of importance can only be produced when its author isolates himself. It is a child of solitude. Error is acceptable as long as we are young, but one must not drag it along into old age. To be loved is strength. To love is weakness. No one would talk much in society if they knew how often they misunderstood others. There is nothing worth thinking but it has been thought before, we must only try to think it again. The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. Man is not born to solve the problems of the universe, but to find out what he has to do. Every reader, if he has a strong mind, reads himself into the book, and amalgamates his thoughts with those of the author. Certain defects are necessary for the existence of individuality. There is no past we can bring back by longing for it. Only a present that builds and creates itself as the past withdraws. Everything in the world may be endured except continual prosperity. The heights charm us, but the steps do not. With the mountain in our view we love to walk the plains. One must be something in order to do something. Let everyone sweep in front of his own door, and the whole world will be clean. Beauty is a manifestation of secret natural laws, which otherwise would have been hidden from us forever. We know accurately only when we know little, with knowledge doubt increases. Kindness is the golden chain by which society is bound together. Do not give in too much to feelings. An overly sensitive heart is an unhappy possession on this shaky earth. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. None are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. Doubt grows with knowledge. We are shaped and fashioned by what we love. He who moves not forward, goes backward. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least. A man sees in the world what he carries in his heart. Every day we should hear at least one little song, read one good poem, see one exquisite picture, and, if possible, speak a few sensible words. Thinking is easy, acting is difficult, and to put one's thoughts into action is the most difficult thing in the world. You can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for him. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. The person born with a talent they are meant to use will find their greatest happiness in using it. There is nothing more frightful than ignorance in action. I love those who yearn for the impossible. We must always change, renew, rejuvenate ourselves, otherwise, we harden. Character develops itself in the stream of life. Enjoy when you can, and endure when you must. A clever man commits no minor blunders. Behavior is the mirror in which everyone shows their image. What is not started today is never finished tomorrow. In nature, we never see anything isolated, but everything in connection with something else which is before it, beside it, under it, and over it. To think is easy. To act is hard. But the hardest thing in the world is to act in accordance with your thinking. He is the happiest, be he king or peasant, who finds peace in his home. A really great talent finds its happiness in execution. Beauty is everywhere a welcome guest. Plunge boldly into the thick of life, and seize it where you will, it is always interesting. Love does not dominate, it cultivates. Everything is hard before it is easy. To rule is easy, to govern difficult. Nothing shows a man's character more than what he laughs at. We are never deceived, we deceive ourselves. Which is the best government? That which teaches us to govern ourselves. Talents are best nurtured in solitude, character is best formed in the stormy billows of the world. To be pleased with one's limits is a wretched state. Life belongs to the living, and he who lives must be prepared for changes. Fresh activity is the only means of overcoming adversity. The hardest thing to see is what is in front of your eyes. Wisdom is found only in truth. One can be instructed in society, one is inspired only in solitude. There is strong shadow where there is much light. Courage is the commitment to begin without any guarantee of success. A noble person attracts noble people, and knows how to hold on to them. The way you see people is the way you treat them, and the way you treat them is what they become. We do not have to visit a madhouse to find disordered minds, our planet is the mental institution of the universe. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain how he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. The greatest thing in this world is not so much where we stand as in what direction we are moving.